Hello, it is me, Andrea. I am back again to do another tarot reading for you, which is absolutely my honor. As you guys know now, I'm a coach for New World All-Star. I work for Kurt. I was formerly a student of Kurt's before I became a coach because I have gone through this twin flame journey and experience myself, and I have come out the other side of this and have gone through all the ins and outs of the running and the chasing and the pining and the sadness and the dark night of the soul and all of the things that come along with that. I am no longer experiencing any of those things. I absolutely have experienced what you would call union, I suppose, with your twin flame. Although I do know now that union isn't actually a thing, because everybody knows, as Kurt's always saying, that twin flames are two bodies, one soul. And if you are the same being, one soul, then you cannot be in union because you cannot be separate. So union just is. And that's really the meat and potatoes about what this journey is really all about. Separation is an illusion. And your twin flame has come into your life specifically to wake you up to that reality and that fact. And we, as coaches, would really like to help you with your journey, because we remember and we know from having gone through it ourselves how difficult the first aspects, the first parts of this journey are. They're painful. We have not forgotten. I mean, really, honestly, how could anyone forget the dark night of the soul? It's not even possible. You can't. That's just not possible. You cannot forget the dark night of the soul. It is an unforgettable experience, as it's meant to be. It is the first stages of your awakening process. Sometimes, in order for something new and beautiful and wonderful to take place in your life, the old has to die out. And that is true on so many different levels. And the longer that you've been on this journey, the more you are completely aware of that fact. That is just the way that it is. So this journey is an incredible one, and it's going to wake you up, as you've seen already, to experiences and knowledge and intuitions and abilities that you didn't realize you had, that you didn't know were even possible. And there is it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Although in the beginning, when you're going through some of those changes and the old world that you thought you knew, the old version of yourself, the old identity that you had built up around you, that is dying and being eliminated from your 3D reality and giving way to something new, something amazing. That's why this is a gift. It feels crazy. It feels like you're losing your mind. And you, in a sense, are losing your mind, because that's the whole point. The mind is not who you are. You are a soul. You are a beautiful, divine, amazing soul. And divine feminine, you're where it's at. Divine Masculine, he's cool and all. I mean, he really is. There's no doubt. Divine Masculine is cool. He can be pretty sexy and pretty amazing, which is why he catches our attention so brilliantly. But it's all part of a bigger plan that your soul is orchestrating in order to wake you up and bring you into alignment with the truth of what you really are. And that is nothing short of a miracle. It really isn't. So cheer up, Divine Feminine, because it may not seem like it, but I would far rather be the Divine Feminine than the Divine Masculine in this scenario. And it seems like, oh, well, why would you ever wish this on anyone? And why would you rather be the Divine Feminine than the Divine Masculine? Because the Divine Feminine has to do all the work, right? That's what you're thinking. I know, because I was thinking the same thing in the beginning. Oh, why does Divine Masculine get off so easy? This isn't fair. Why do I have to do all the work? He just gets to go on living his life as he wants to, doesn't even recognize and understand the connection, which isn't true, by the way. And he just gets off easy, and I have to do all this work, and I have to suffer and go through all this pain and torture while he gets to just hang out with whoever he wants and have whatever relationships he wants and go on about his life without any of this craziness. It really does seem unfair from the Divine Feminine's perspective in the beginning, but just you wait, because those tables, they do turn, and boy, do they turn. And you will see in the long run, once you get past this dark night of the soul energy, which we can help you with, that you are the one who is receiving these abundant blessings. And you are truly the lucky one in this scenario. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we have King of Swords. King of Swords today, the bottom of the deck. Good card. Really good card. So, Divine Masculine is looking to create something new and something special in his life. He's put in a whole bunch of work, going to school, creating a name for himself, and he is venturing out to create this new vision that he has and wants to manifest. And he's feeling really, really good about that right now. He's making plans. He's becoming a mover and a shaker, and he's feeling really, really good. He has a ton of confidence that he's going to be successful in this venture and that he is going to be able to accomplish it without any issues. He knows that he's got what it takes to become extremely successful in this world. And he's been really just putting all of his efforts and his energies into that. And he's feeling good about it. He's on his way. He's climbing the ladder. And he's got this fresh new energy that's just keeping him motivated and focused in on finances, building a future, creating a legacy, and becoming exactly this vision that he's had of himself his whole entire life. And part of that is getting himself lined up to be able to either create a family with someone new or to build upon, like maybe a second marriage or a new relationship that's budding right now. Towards you, Divine Feminine, he's had this new kind of budding relationship with you that he's looking forward to. It's been, something in the back of his mind that he sees that you and him have had a connection and he sees a lot of potential in that connection with you. However, he has made some decisions that are not really in alignment with that vision towards you. And part of that is because he's so incredibly focused on these other goals that he's been working towards in business and in finance and with his job and career, maybe with some traveling to network, so he's really been focusing on those kinds of things in his life, and that has created a lot of interference with his ability to be able to nurture the relationship that has happened between the two of you, the connection that had started to develop, and then he's kind of just put on the back burner for now. Currently, he is finding that not everything always goes as planned. Not everything is always quite as it seems. Some of these things that he has been focusing on with business and travel, friends, family, networking, they're not panning out the way that he had planned. And he's feeling some doubt creeping in about that. He's wondering if his perfect scenario is actually going to manifest as he wanted and as easily and as quickly as he had planned for it to. Some of the relationships that he's been cultivating are not panning out. It's a little harder sometimes to see eye to eye with people than you think. Sometimes we have an idea of what we think is going on, and then we find out later that it's not really like that. And he's been running into that in his karmic situation, where it's just things are not as they seem. And he's feeling a little upset. He's running into challenges and difficulties, that he hadn't anticipated. He thought he had it all worked out and had everything planned and mapped out because he's a planner, and some of those plans just didn't manifest the way he anticipated, and he's getting a little frustrated with that situation and trying to redirect and navigate his way through these troubling situations, these troubling scenarios that he had not factored in. They're totally outside of his plan, and he does not like that. Currently towards you, he is kind of in recovery mode. He knows that he's been putting you off in favor of some of these other goals and life situations, and they're not satisfying him the way that he had anticipated. And he's reminiscing and thinking back to how good he felt when he was around you, and maybe wondering if he should redirect and refocus his energy onto you. He's feeling like maybe this love that he had with you might be lost, and he's probably concerned and worried that you could move on with someone else, and feeling pretty bad about that, and wondering if he's ever going to be able to connect with you again. And he's not quite sure what to do in order to make that happen. But you're certainly on his mind a lot right now, and there's some regret and some remorse that he's kind of trying to deal with. Really quick, you guys, before we go over and do an oracle card, I just wanted to let you know that if you missed out on the Black Friday sale that we just had, don't worry about it, because you can still get an insane 25% off through the whole month of December when you pay in full for the introduction to the journey package of your choice. Just use coupon code HOHOHO at the checkout, and that's HOHOHO. And just use the ho 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 just like Santa Claus, and that's when you pay in full, not for the monthly payment plans, but when you pay in full, you can get that 25% off, and it's very, very worth it. Just see the description box below for details, And, you know, we would love to see you guys there. All right, let's do this oracle card. Let's see here. I love this deck of oracle cards. I think that the artwork on these are beautiful. I love them so much. I don't have a book that has a great description of the cards themselves. And that's the one thing I feel like it's lacking. I definitely want to invest in another oracle deck, even though I love these cards and the artwork on them, and I like the titles of all of them. I just let my own intuition interpret them as I see fit and relevant in the moment. But hey, you guys, if you are stuck in that dark night of the soul energy, or you've been oscillating back and forth with it, you feel better and then you feel bad again, you go to our YouTube channel and check out Kurt's free stuff. He has got a ton of free stuff on there that's going to help you guys feel better very, very quickly. And after you've done that, go to New World All-Star and check out our packages. The ones that I just talked about when I talked about the 25% off sale that we've got going right now. It's a great time to purchase a package. If you pay in full, you get 25% off. If you can't do that right now, totally understandable. I did a payment plan when I did it because I couldn't do a pay in full. And I chose one of the packages that he had available, and that made it an easy option for me to be able to afford it monthly. You know, as a single mom with kids and going through some difficult stuff, I couldn't do a pay in full package, even though all of his packages are not very much. I mean, some twin flame coaches out there, literally, I looked at them. They charge thousands of dollars, or thousands and thousands of dollars. It's insane. And then once you know, magnetize your twin back in or something like that, you end up, you know, having to pay even more money, and it's just not worth it. So I think Kurt is the number one twin flame coach out there for a multitude of reasons. He knows his shit. He knows what he's talking about. He doesn't try to rip people off. He cares very much about his students. He offers a program that has, you know, information and help for everyone. You know, we've helped thousands of students from all over the world. And so I highly encourage you to go check out New World All-Star and look at our packages, because right now really is the perfect time to purchase and buy and get it at a discounted rate. When you do that, you're going to get over 10 hours worth of video right away that's going to help you understand what's going on with you and why it's happening. And then it's going to give you information on how you can feel better right away, because that's the whole goal, right? Is to feel better and get out of this obsessive dark night of the soul energy that's preventing you from living your very best life. That's what we want for you. That's what you deserve. And we can help you do that. I promise you that we can. So come check us out. You're going to get the 10 hours or over 10 hours actually of video. You're going to get group coaching calls 4 times a week with some of the greatest coaches that you'll be able to talk with. You've got all the students that are part of our program of all varying different stages in their journey, and they're available to talk. And it's a community of people that you can really connect with and learn from. I mean, it's incredible. I love all of our students. I'm so lucky and blessed to be able to work with all of them. I've learned so much. I tell them all the time, we are each other's teacher and student simultaneously. I learn just as much from them as they learn from me, and it is a symbiotic and beautiful relationship. So I love the opportunity to be able to meet you and work with you as well. Oh my goodness, I'm pretty sure that we got this card the other day. It's the same card. And so this must be a significant theme going on in Divine Masculine's life right now. And maybe for you, Divine Feminine, this card might be for you. I really wouldn't doubt it. I mean, this journey gives you some serious inner peace when you start getting your way through it. And it gives you an independence and a freedom that you've never experienced before in your life. And that very well might be why this card is coming out. But I think it's also coming out for Divine Masculine because, I mean, look at this guy. He kind of looks like he's been working hard. He's got the axe there. He's been, trying to develop this lifestyle for himself that he really, really wants. And if you look right here, there's a chain around his arm and it's broken. And he's trying to get away from what's been holding him back. Whatever that is, life situation, people, relationships, a lack of motivation, confidence in himself, after having gone through some of this unexpected stuff that, happened when he was feeling so incredibly positive about it at first. And then it kind of changed courses on him. He's been in deep contemplation about that and trying to figure out how he can, get back on top of all of this and move it all forward and continue, even though there has been obstacles in his path. Because of that, he's going to be gaining some momentum again towards you and towards creating this future. But now he's got a little bit more of a refined vision of what he wants to do with this energy. So he's building himself back up and kind of ready to charge back out there and try this again. He's getting past some of that lazy energy that he had that kind of came about from running into these situations that just kind of confused him and made him feel a little defeated. But he's seeing that there is still so much of that foundation that was built properly that he can move forward and create something and do it now with an even wiser, more refined perspective than he had. And that's what life is all about, right? Like, we pick ourselves back up, we brush ourselves off, and we keep going. And now we know more. We cannot go backwards in our journeys. All we can do is look at mistakes as opportunities for growth. And Divine Masculine, he is definitely figuring that out. Towards you, he is looking at all of his options and weighing things out, and he is getting the clarity that he deserves and wants towards you, his life situation, his karmic situation, the foundation that he's building, friends, family. It's all coming full circle, and he is seeing the bigger picture, and he knows exactly what course he wants to take now, and he has chosen you. And of course, Divine Feminine, we know that that's always going to be the case, regardless of whether it looks like that all the time or not. That is the only outcome for Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, is for the two paths to cross where the two become one. And you, Divine Feminine, are the one. You just got to know that. I love you guys. I'm really looking forward to next week. So until then, I love your beautiful souls, and I wish you blessings. Bye.